This is general session. Going on at school, students in action. My name is Destiny Brand, and I am a 7th grader at East Clarendon Middle High School in Tuberville, South Carolina. I am also a part of the Oak Grove AME Church Hype Team in Lake City, South Carolina. Over the past 2 years, our Hype Team has been making our church environment healthier for everyone. We've also hosted health awareness days to promote self-care. And we've also started container gardening to grow herbs to show our church family that cooking and eating healthier and using fresh herbs is better for you. I'm excited to introduce our next session. Many rural areas have limited access to fresh fruits and vegetables, which makes it hard to locate and buy healthy food. Students at Wade Hampton High School in Vernonville, South Carolina are changing that. Students involved in the Jobs for America's Graduates program operate a food pantry and community garden to grow their leadership and service experience while providing variety of fresh vegetables to students and families who need it in Hampton County. Today's speakers from Wade Hampton High School are 10th grader Destiny Jenkins, 9th grader Janiyah Cornell, and job specialist Angel Cornell. We'll also hear from the Clemson Extension Agent Mitchell Hampton and Michelle Paris and Samuel Baxter from Clemson University. I hope you leave this session feeling inspired and happy to work with your school to increase access to healthy foods.
Okay, that was quite an introduction. Thank you. My name is Michelle Altman. I'm a Clemson Extension Rural Health and Nutrition Agent located here in Hampton County. We're also served by other health and nutrition agents throughout the state, which helps make our job a lot easier. But thank you for coming today. And if you don't mind, if you'll put your name and where you're from in the chat box so we can say hello. What we're going to talk about today is showcasing the community garden that Ms. Connell and her students are going to talk about today, Destiny and Janiyah. And this isn't their first time doing a presentation. They've spoken nationally about what they've done on the Multiplying Good podcast, and we are very excited to hear what they're going to say today. Also wanted to recognize Dr. Michelle Parisi. She's the principal investigator of the HOP, the HOP grant, which is high obesity program. And you might wonder, okay, what does that have to do with gardening and community work? And you're going to see the students and Ms. Connell explain how it all comes together. Dr. Sam Baxter is our postdoctoral fellow from Clemson University. And when you hear Clemson Extension, people really sometimes don't put two and two together that rural health is part of Clemson Extension. We extend from the university because we are a land grant university. So all 46 counties have a Clemson Extension office that is available to all of you. So you're not here to listen to me talk. I want to introduce Ms. Connell. And Ms. Connell, I'll be serving as your moderator, just asking some questions. But audience, please put questions in the chat box so we can talk about it. And I'm going to turn it over to you, Ms. Connell.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Angel Connell, and I'm the JAG specialist at Wade Hampton High School. And one of our projects that we started this year was a community garden. And how we got started was the students did some research on food stability in our county. Also, they did some research on poverty, the poverty rate in our county, and we found that it was really high compared to the state itself and also in the nation. So we're one of the highest counties for poverty and also food instability. So we decided that since we were already doing a food market, that we wanted to add fresh produce, because often people don't get a chance to buy like the fresh produce firsthand. So we normally in our grocery stores, in our small area, we get some of the rougher produce. So we decided that we would grow our own produce, and we started that with the help of Clemson Extension, we started with 1 box and it grew into about 15 boxes. And we added a greenhouse. So although it's a fresh start for us and it's something new, the students were really motivated to get that done. So we spent a lot of hours along with Miss Clemson Extension and some of the students, other students at our school. We also have a Students in Action team who also help. So that's mainly what we did, and it's been going well. We've grown some great stuff and we have some great stuff growing. So we did broccoli and cabbage our first go round in the fall. That was like our winter garden. And then this spring, we planted watermelon, orange wave. We planted some beans, cucumbers, tomatoes. Oh, a lot of stuff.
Carrots.
We also planted flowers. Yeah, we planted carrots. We also planted some bell peppers and some sweet peppers. We planted sunflowers. We've planted wildflowers. We've also planted the latest plants were some celery. So we are pushing to be able to add the fresh produce to our market. So hopefully next school term, when we start back, we'll have some fresh produce that we can give out to our to the people in our community.
Yeah. Janiyah and Destiny, let's hear from you guys.
Hi, my name is Janiyah Connell, and I'm from Wade Hampton, and I'm in the 9th grade.
Hi, my name is Destiny Jenkins, and I am a 10th grader at Wade Hampton High School. Some of the things I feel like this garden has helped me not only be a better student or a better friend, but it's helped me to know that I can help other people, and it makes me feel good as a person. It really does. And it makes me feel happy that I know that I can help others in my communities since we're so small and we've been growing a lot, and it's just been a great opportunity.
So how big would you say your high school is? How many students do you have at the high school?
300, maybe less. I'm not sure on the exact number, but
like schools across the country with COVID, you had all kind of combinations with virtual and hybrid. And so I'm sure that provided some challenges. Audience, a little background information. Wade Hampton uses the 4x4 block, and Destiny was in a unique position because she was able to take the JAG classes in the fall semester and also into the spring. So tell us, Destiny, from beginning to now, because we're going to do a slideshow in just a minute, but what was it like to go from day one? And Janiyah, I know you were there too. You may not have been in the classes, but I know you were coming in after school to work on the garden. So y'all both have ownership in it. What was it like when Ms. Connell said, okay, we're doing this and y'all are doing this?
I felt great about it. I thought it was going to be something that could help our community and help our school and just make us grow together as one. And I felt really good about this.
Okay. And tell us something you've learned about gardening. I know Miss Weatherly she's been with us from the get-go as well.
I've learned how to just grow, like from vegetables, flowers, and it's like I don't have to like go in the store when I know how to learn. Since I've learned how to grow new things, it's like I can start my own garden.
That's right. That's right. How about you, Janiyah? What have you learned?
I've actually learned how to take care of nature. I've actually learned how to appreciate nature more than I've already appreciated it. And I've learned more about leadership.
I like that. Tell us more about leadership.
You know, when we're out there with our class, you have to take initiative. Not many people, or not many students actually know how to tend to a garden or how to handle it. But when I'm out there, I can actually say, hey, we need to do this and this and this. And it's really taught me a lot.
Wise words, very wise. And for both of you to be underclassmen and taking on this leadership is really a big deal. Okay, I'm going to transition to a slideshow, and then y'all just jump in, and it tells your story when we first started. And I say we, it was you, but how we got started on this, and jump in. I'm going to share my screen. You always have that moment of fear that, you know, it smells your fear that you're okay. All right. Give me a thumbs up, ladies, if you see the PowerPoint. Thumbs up, please. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. The only thing, okay. Thank you, Destiny. The only thing that would make this better is a little music, but I'll let your voices transcend. Okay. Well, of course, this is here we are. Okay. And then this is a little bit about Wade Hampton. Ms. Brandy said in another session that we are two Wade Hamptons, but we're, you know, we got it going on in the Low Country, and this is where we're located in Hampton County. And we're about an hour from Savannah, about an hour from Columbia, well, a little longer to Columbia, but we're about an hour from Augusta, an hour from Charleston. So we're a small town, but yet we have access to go in all kinds of directions. Okay, so here's some JAG, Jobs for American Graduates, Ms. Connell has worked with, and excellent program. And so audience, some of your schools may have a JAG program. Okay, here we are, day one. Tell me what's going on.
That's when we first started building the garden boxes, where she took all her classes out, and we just started building.
And Janai, as you said earlier, you know, somebody has to have leadership to say, okay, this is what we need to do. And for our audience, these were pre-assembled boxes that were ordered, and you didn't need hammer and nails, as Ms. Weatherly's holding a mallet there, but the students were able to put it together. And you can see that they've cleaned up an area that was previously some modular buildings. And so the students cleaned it up. Okay, and we yeah, we have the young man we have a couple people all dressed up. So why would they be dressed up out in the garden? What does JAG do on these days?
That was a Tie Tuesday day. That was usually on Tie Tuesdays we dress up. It is basically teaching us what we should be wearing for when we and things as such.
Yeah, looking good. Okay, and a couple more, and this was an exciting day because it was beginning. Okay, what in the world is that cardboard all about? Do y'all remember?
We were separating the ground from the bottom of the garden box.
Okay, and to keep the weeds from and it will disintegrate, so, and it's not harmful. Now, people with gardens talk about compost sometimes. We use compost, but there are different kinds. Did we use animal compost? No, no, trick question.
We use
Mushroom, good memory. Good memory, yes, and which was real rich to help get the garden going. Okay, I see Miss Connell. Okay, and you have hay going on there. So you were doing a little lasagna gardening and watering. And it says fall, but was it cool that day?
Not at all.
Not at all,
Not
no.
at all.
I was going to say, we had some hot days putting in the fall garden. Okay, and here are a couple more. Were the students hesitant to get in the dirt and start working? Or did they have to overcome that?
Well, some of the students were active, but we had to push some of the other students to work, like incentives. And I think once it started growing, then they realized that they actually could produce something, and that made them want to work more. So we have the 4 classes for those 2 for the semesters. So those students who planted this garden, they were my students from last semester, and actually they've returned. So some of them come over there on their free time, or they'll ask their other teachers, if they have free time in the class, they'll ask, can they come over? And they've been very adamant on the students from this semester treating the garden right.
Hey, that's wonderful. Okay, and there's Destiny. What in the world are you holding, Destiny?
I was holding some onions that we had grew.
Yes. looking good, and you had your colander. And everyone, what Clemson Extension did is they have a school gardening program, so you can check your local Clemson Extension offices, or you can contact me and I can put you in touch with the people you need to talk to. But what they planted were called transplants. So they started, these are seeds that are grown, little baby seeds here that are grown, and then they're able to transplant them into the ground. Okay, and then, yeah, we made it to spring, yay. So your fall crops made it. And then what else? What are these poles for? What did you grow? What did you plant there?
We grew some beans.
And then did they?
Some golden beans.
Yes, let's see. Okay, now this is when things got really, really deep. Miss Weatherly came down and showed you how to build your own beds. So we didn't have to buy the expensive pre-made beds. You made the beds. And what was that like? I'll say power tools. Yeah, we all got to use some power tools, and that never hurts. Okay, and then we're planting flowers here. So the flowers are the pollinators to help attract bees, which are helpful to your plants. Okay, and then the greenhouse, that was a major step. And what you're seeing, everyone, is the building construction class came out one day to help get them started. And sweat equity, your teacher, Ms. Connell, and all of you put in hours of sweat equity. There your piece. Look at Ms. Connell, look at her. There your peas, Destiny. And then remember, you had to, like a bed sheet, you had to pull out, they built this greenhouse from scratch. Final product, just waiting. And then let's talk about future plans. What in the world are we going to do with this mobile market?
So one of the plans that we have, we would like to do some pre-planted stuff and be able to give them out for the community who comes for the food market, and of course give them some education, educate them on how to sustain a garden. And we want to be able to give out plants for those who want to plant gardens, like smaller plants, so they can actually grow their own stuff. So we want to educate the community on how to have food sustainability.
So sustainability, that's a great word. Okay, and tell me about this picture. See, where are y'all? But Ms. Brandy said when she rode through town, she was able to see it. So the community knows you are there. So just real quickly, we're going to go back to, I'm going to quit sharing my screen. I always worry about messing that up. Okay. All righty. Does anybody have any questions?
Yes, yes. Hello, everyone. This is Brandy Freeman, Communications and Marketing Manager at Eat Smart Move More. I am a native Hamptonian, native from Hampton, and I did intentionally ride by there the last time I was visiting my family, and it looks really nice, the whole area. I mean, those buildings are gone.
Mhm.
It looks really nice, and I'm super proud of all of you for the work you're doing to help the community and to learn some skills that'll take you through adulthood too. We have one question right now. What is JAG? Can you explain that program a little bit more?
Yeah, well, I can. Oh, if one of you would like to explain what it is, Destiny, maybe you.
JAG, Jobs for American Graduates. It's basically, I like to call it family because, we help each other out and you learn what your career goal is going to be, and you can further your education more and learn new things every day. I learn new things every day in JAG.
Like what? What's something you learned this week?
This week, teamwork. It's every week we do teamwork with the garden, whether it's watering the garden or if it's like having to cut some of the leaves that have been eaten off by like bugs or anything. It's just teamwork, and I am so thankful to have Wade Hampton and Miss Connell to be my JAG instructor. It's been really great.
Awesome.
I didn't mean to interrupt, but don't y'all do competitions too with other JAG schools in the state? Like, what have you competed in?
I've actually haven't got to do a competition because of COVID. But they usually have it in Washington. And I believe if we get to go like sometime next year, it'd be great.
Yeah, returning to normal would be awesome.
Yeah, they have what, speaking and writing and interviewing, and you can do a scrapbook. I'm already thinking about a scrapbook on the garden you could do. So a lot going on. And y'all work with the community. That's how we all got together.
Awesome. Question. When do you guys have time to work in the garden? Is it during school hours or after hours?
We start during school hours, and who were in her first semester class, they come after school also.
How do you keep yourself and your fellow students interested in doing this? How do you get them out there after school hours to work and to maintain this garden?
It's just a common interest that everybody has.
That's awesome. I saw on your social media that you guys posted a video commending 2 students for spending part of their spring break out there. So that's really impressive that you have students interested enough to do that. Like, I don't know that I would have done that when I was in high school, but this is a new day and age.
Miss Brady, you're having so much fun out there. I mean, it's contagious. Everybody's kind of like, what's going on? But they make it fun.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. It does. What is your Facebook handle if anybody wants to get on Facebook and follow you guys?
It's WHHS JAG.
Are you guys on any other social media or just Facebook?
Yes, but we also have an Instagram, and it's also WHHS JAG.
Have you gotten any community feedback, like, on your work?
Yes, ma'am.
We've had
people from in the community, like, usually when we're out there, people stop by or they drive past and they give us a lot of love for what we're doing.
That's amazing.
And they also give donations.
Oh, really? That's amazing. It's really important to get community support behind these types of projects. So, all right. Well, those are all the questions that we had. Do you guys want to leave us with any encouraging words of wisdom?
Something that I've learned is don't let your peers or your fellow classmates or anything, don't let them say anything bad about the things that you're doing. If it's positive, just go for it.
I would say keep learning. Like gardening is something I learned and I enjoy it. It's something I would do all the way until I get old. It's something I very much enjoy, and I'm glad that I learned how to garden.
And for me, I think
Oh, you're muted.
You're on mute, Ms. Connell.
can you hear? I'm sorry. Oh, so my advice would be, or my saying would be, excuses are monuments to nothing and bridges to nowhere. When you learn better, you do better. So we're learning, and we hope that everybody in the community learns from us and take initiative.